Yeah, g'day everyone out there on YouTube. So what I've done is I actually got in contact with someone that I know that works within the health profession at different places around the world to find out what's going on. And they finally got back to me. I won't mention their name for privacy reason and their professionalism. So, but I will read the email if it's all right. So hold up. So this is the person that works inside of everything. All right. So. Hi Tony, I'm so sorry that I haven't answered faster. I've been working so much, especially with the corona madness. I'm so happy to hear you. I have no idea what's going on. This is crazy. People are afraid. Everybody believes that COVID, that they are getting tested. Nobody is resulting positive. I work in 2 different health institutions and there's absolutely 0 patient positive with corona. Also, my friend dash neighbour is a nurse in a hospital close to here and she told me that in her hospital was 1 single corona positive patient. Hundreds flooding the hospitals with fear and that they result negative. I'm starting to believe all the cold conspiracy theories at this point. I got a cold and I was trying to contact the number that we got to call to get tested, which is 116117 in Germany. I tried for 10 days and I couldn't connect because it was always busy. Then a friend of mine who knows someone inside made them call me and they came to my home and then tested me. It's been 6 days and I'm still waiting for the results. I have no permission to go outside from my house because of that and I still have no idea what to think. Interesting thing has been happening is my husband and I noticed yesterday and today a non-stop roar of flying lights. I mean non-stop, hundreds and thousands, I don't know. I stayed outside for 30 minutes and they continue. They could be satellites, but I've never seen satellites flying like that in perfect equidistant pattern. But also some crazy UFOs accompany these satellites sometimes. My mother-in-law has a friend who's a professor in a respected university here and he's a microbiologist or something like that. He told her that COVID is a weapon to reduce the world's population and that we are in World War III. Some German experts, neurologists and public health professions, epidemiologists are saying that there's no reason for the extreme measures that have been taken by all the governments of all the countries. There has to be an agenda, another reason to keep us trapped in our houses right now. Something I can assure you, and you can check it for yourself, the normal number of deaths caused in the normal winter in Germany caused by lung infections is always many thousands. 2018, for example, was 25,000 deaths only because of influenza A alone. This winter, 2019-20, only about 2,500 died in Germany because of lung infections. That's crazy low. So these extreme measures are not based on real data or statistics or whatever. So there you go. That's from someone straight telling you how it is in Germany when they're there themselves. So, like I said, people, keep your eyes open and keep aware of your surroundings because there's a lot more to this than we can actually see. Yeah, so I did actually add something to the end of this because after I had read the email coming from her inside of Germany, I decided to look at my the net and I found something interesting in Al Jazeera. Now, we know what this really is and what they're saying it is isn't what it is, but why is this let me just wait a sec. Al Jazeera, I'll put the link in the description. German state minister kills himself as coronavirus hits economy. Thomas Schäfer, finance minister of German's Hesse state, which includes Frankfurt, found dead near a railway track. Wonder if he was going to say something that he shouldn't have. Thomas Schäfer, the finance minister of Germany's Hesse state, he had committed suicide apparently after becoming deeply worried about how to cope with the economic fallout from the coronavirus. State Premier Volker Bouffier said on Sunday. Schäfer, 54, was found dead near a railway track on Saturday. The Weissenbern prosecution's office said they believe he died by suicide. I don't know what to say about that. I think that someone may have found out something that someone was getting very, very ready to tell the public, or that they couldn't live with what they were going to do and they had to exit because they just couldn't hack the responsibilities of what was planned, and hopefully not what we just read from that just come out from Germany with as well. So peace, love, respect, everyone. I'll keep you updated if I find anything. I thought this was interesting, so leave your comments of what you think, and I hope everyone's well out there. And remember, keep your energy body balanced. You know, you keep your energy flowing, you keep that electromagnetic fields around you of your energies constantly flowing and solid. Make sure your auras are always repaired. Don't let any holes in it. Don't let any way that 5G can break down your immune system instantly. Build up your immune system, and let's just see where this plays out, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, because it's a simulated construct, and the whole understanding of reality right now, and has always been, is to overcome judgment, and what we're seeing is the biggest, hardest things to overcome in it. So, but the law of the duality also works where we're not doing what duality should do. Duality, in the law of duality, when you're locked away and you know it's wrong, you don't just fucking say, oh, well, I'm going to do this. You know, the law of duality says that the blue team has to do something. So it's crazy what was going on in the world, people. I'll tell you that right now. Really, at the moment, there's no answers. It looks like it could be the end game fucking plan play out, and that's sad, because I never thought that they would be so orchestrated and well known by country leaders to actually off their own masses, which is absolutely bizarre to me. But I was thinking, who says that they didn't do this with World War II, and they all got together and they off people, and then they made sure that people believed that something else happened at the end of it, you know? In the future, what they have to do is turn around and say, oh, coronavirus wiped out everyone. We don't even know how it happened, you know. It was the biggest pandemic in history, and it wiped out billions of people. So I really I can't say at the moment. I know that we're not supposed to be in this position at the moment, and what I read of the future, where we were going to build a simulation game and we were going to start to design it and understand it, was the future that we were going to. But there's a difference in reading that's your future on our past of humanity, of what we're going to do, and then agendas popping up out of the blue by others that have a different design and a different future for what our future was supposed to be. So we have a blockage right there at the moment for our future that was to come. At the moment, we are very much in a dream. That's all I can say. And you're being programmed by the source, once again, to remember this is a fucking dream. And it's turning into that nightmarish kind of dream, unfortunately, but it's all part of an experience. It's all the same. And in reality, nothing exists. This is the only thing that everyone's got to remember. What you see, what comes, you know, it's just a manifestation of vibration of frequencies, and it's a colors that you see that manifest in physical objects. There's nothing really visual, and all it is an expression from the source. So what's got to be is what's got to be, and source doesn't design a reality where it's just there for you to not get anything from it, if you get what I mean. Like, at the moment, this reality has been designed for a lesson, and well, it's the good and the bad, guys, isn't it? And we've been sitting back for so long, like I've said so many times, that basically what we're in is that electromagnetic server from consciousness, and inside here, we're all coming in and we're all going back and forth, but we're not doing it at the pace and the rate that we should have. So when you can understand that spirit works much like logging into a server, and it's a Wi-Fi, well, not a Wi-Fi like wireless, but, well, it's a tether. It's a divine electromagnetic tether that connects to you from the outside into the inside, and we all have it. So, you know, it's just like we are constantly bottlenecking and clogging the server from working the way it should do, and what we're seeing inside right now is basically the programs to fix it, even though they look bad. You know, they're the virus. That's 100%. There is no real understanding of the virus at the moment except for them. They are the virus, and that's the truth and shit. They're the virus that's there to try to wipe out the other code, blah, 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 blah. And in the long run, the world does need this over time, you know, and it was supposed to be natural. but they're forcing that event to jump into a lot fucking quicker than what it should have. And this is also a out of control glitching program. We're glitching all the time. Nothing's working as it should be. The program's not making sense anymore. It's sending us messages saying that the common flu is the cause, and then the program's writing it down inside of the history as being a average everyday kind of influenza dash cold dash flu dash whatever. And what we're seeing is those that are the powers of each country and state and blah 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 that are actually ignoring that, and they're pushing their own agenda, which is obviously for something bigger, because we can see all this thing's been set up. But it's a glitch. It's a broken program, and what we got to do right now is do what we were meant, where we can feel what we got to do from spirit. For example, I'm a cripple, mate. You know, what can I do and shit? I'm going to fucking try to stop fucking whatever I can. And, you know, I'm going to have to fight with whatever I can. I got no problem accepting a fucking chip. You know, chip, they mark you everywhere you go and shit. You have a phone, you have this, you have your laptop. They already know everything that you fucking do anyway. So, the little fucking chip and shit. But the vaccinations with the metal in it, and then the 5G, you know, I'm not really willing to fucking die really fucking sick just because some cunt wants to fucking off me and shit. I'd rather bullet to the back of the fucking head, you know? And that's just the truth, mate, and shit. That's just how reality should go down. You're going to be a subservient slave in the future to what they want. But in reality, fuck it. If they offer every cunt, they can't manifest reality, just like I explained. The consciousness singularity of each of us manifests working as a full collective, and we create particles. We create all of this shit that we see as atoms and pixels and shit like that. We are manifesting that as well from our electromagnetic fields as being spirit. This is a simulated construct. We are the manifestors of that simulated construct. So remember, spirit is the designer of all of this, and that collective spirit is what's manifesting all of this. So if spirit's a manifester of all that you can see in all of existence, and you're part and parcel of that spirit collective, then therefore there's nothing that can ever harm you. And that's just plain and day simple understanding when you get right down to the itty gritty. The truth is that we have the 666, which is the physical, the 6 electrons, the 6 protons, the 6 neutrons that are right here, right now, trying to fucking take away any form of freedom because they don't want you to find spirit. And that's what physical does. Physical is the real Satan. There is no ideology of a being. There is no ideology of a group. It's actually the physical carbon reality that is the understanding of the satanic ideology. That is the fucking truth. There is no afterlife of hell or anything like that. That's just a program that they try to put into your subconscious. So you and your subconscious basically manifest the afterlife of what you designed. That's what it is. The whole of life is what you believe is what you create and what you understand. And if you've got, like for me, example, with the miracle and everything that happened, I'll never be able to see anything any other way different, because it's impossible. I was shown the exact truth of what it is. I was downloaded all the truth from the source. I know that there is a source now, so there's no denying that there is a God. It's just not the God that we've been pushed inside of the matrix to portray as a being or anything. It is the most magnificent, unconditional, loving God that we could possibly ever imagine. And that does exist. So remember, that unconditional God didn't create a matrix for you to get hurt in. It's a game. Everything is a fucking game. Right now, you're seeing the beginning of a game rollout. The pandemic game. I mean, they didn't even fucking do it raw to our face. They just fucking said, oh, well, fuck it. We'll say it's a cold, but hey, let's not move anything away, because that would just, for that's a glitch. It's glitched out. You get it? It's the agenda, but it's also the glitch. That's the reason why people are also remembering from spirit right now, saying this is so fucking, this is so unreal. It's not real. How can that happen? This isn't real. It's a fucking cold. We've lived through this many, many years before, and there's nothing like this. So you've got to start thinking to yourselves, why is this one so much of an extreme acceleration, so close to that 21 agenda? And as they play, people keep saying to me, well, you know, it's the Agenda 21 for the 21st century. And you look around and you go, okay, fair enough. So you don't believe that these fucking cunts are going to love the fact that that 21 is the 3 for the 21st century, and then you got 21 for gender 21, which is next year, which is another 3. And you don't think they're going to go by the 21st century, the 21st fucking year inside that 21st century, you know what I mean? And that's the whole understanding and idea in it and shit that's playing out right now to get that 33. But as you know, if you've read my book, you understand that 33 is nothing but the split of the infinity 8 of the loop of no understanding. And what we're getting right now is the puzzle pieces. You're getting information. Knowledge is power. And the whole lesson of this whole life is nothing but experience and knowledge and understanding. So there's a lot going on right now. I don't believe that it will just go forward so blatantly, so easily, and I don't believe that half of these people in the world right now that are saying that not saying anything, just doing what they're doing. I don't believe half the military will follow that. I don't believe that people don't have that compassion in them to see, even if you're from another country, you're programmed to an extent. But then that extent starts to become your actual conscious, and then you start to get your feelings of, wow, this isn't right, you know, and that there is the duality to all of this. The duality to all of this is they want to round all of us up by drones that have no feelings, just like the psychopaths that are actually controlling everything, but the drones that they're rounding up to try to fucking round everyone up also have compassion and feelings, and we've got to remember that they're human too, and humans understand and they can see things that they do that can be good or wrong. So let's see how the duality plays out in this, because it's very, very interesting times, that's for sure. And that despite what they're doing, giving us money and everything like that, what do you do when you're about to off someone, mate? You make them the most comfortable people that you could possibly do, and then out of surprise, you fucking jump on them, you know? It's how these snakes work. They slither and they sly. That's the reason why they're snakes, you know what I mean? They're sly. They're the covert operators behind the scene that manifest reality to what they always fucking want, while they keep us in a dreamlike state where they want to take us down, like I keep saying, to 1984, where 1984 is a paradise compared to what they fucking dreaming up for our reality. And the fact that all of these old, because remember, these cunts are old, most of these cunts that are doing it, all these old cunts are fucking trying to kill old cunts when they're old them fucking selves. So why aren't we seeing fucking cunts like that fucking worried about it? And on top of that, no one's being tested positive, because the simple reason is they're waiting till they say they get these fucking tests. Every cunt tests positive. I don't know what the fuck's going to be in the test, whether or not they're going to give you something through the test, but all I can say is I plead to everyone in this world right now, the medical boards, the doctors, the fucking nurses, tell the truth. You know the truth. Stand up. Fucking tell the world what's going on. Don't let them tell you from a higher up you have to say your hospital's full if your hospital is not full. If you don't have testings going on, tell the truth to the people, because this may be our last chance for us to all work as a collective and tell each other what's going on. You know? Anyway, but I got a bit emotional there because, hey, it is humanity, and fuck, I do have unconditional love for the whole of humanity. Doesn't matter what it is. Even these delusional fucks that are trying to do what they're doing, I got love for them, but I understand that they're so lost. They don't have no idea. They're seeking to become enlightened when they already are. And it's just part and parcel of the duality game, you know? So, but so, like I said, when I left this matrix, I went outside and I went onto the chessboard that we're standing on in heaven. And there's an electromagnetic beings, and that's all we are. We're made of light. And the females are facing one way, the males are facing another way. And the energies, the masculine and the feminine that are joining, that are creating the neutral, which is manifesting up. As it manifests up from the chessboard, it starts off as a big round circle above us all where we are. From our kundalinis and from our chakra points, and it all joins together in telepathic energy like a grid, and it swirls up along the bottom, making a giant round circle-ish. Then it comes up and it curves up other side, and then it comes to the top and then creates the giant collective. If you looked at it from the understanding of what the energy is doing, you could see it's the Holy Grail. And that is the truth of what the Holy Grail is. The spirit to the physical reality manifestation from the full collective consciousness of spirit on the outside manifesting that physical reality. That's why it's the Grail of life. That's why it's the cup of life. That's why it holds all the secrets of life, is because us as spirit is manifesting it, and that is the truth of the Holy Grail. There is no fucking manifestations inside of here of a cup or anything like that. It's always to do with the occult, remember? It's to do with the bigger understanding as they use duality. So say it's inside the matrix, and then people get lost and start looking for things inside the matrix, when what it is really an occult understanding of how reality is manifested from the spirit on the outside on that electromagnetic game board, and how we manifest the shape of the energy that pulls up, mind you, the two pillars as well, you could call it whatever you want, and then it shapes the shape of the cup, and then on top of it is the manifestation of all of the energies of electromagnetic frequencies that join to make this one quantum consciousness that manifests physical reality through self-awareness, and that's about it. And that's the truth of the cup. What happens to us when we die? We go, again, we may wait outside for a period of thousands of years, but on the outside in the ethereal it means nothing. Thousands of years goes in a flick of an instant, because time does not exist. It's only inside physical reality all these programs really exist. So does it matter if we get rounded up? Yeah, it does, of course, because we're not supposed to do that. Well, it really depends. If we all do it, well, we were supposed to do that, because Source doesn't make no fucking mistakes, eh? And that's where the end of it comes down to. At the moment, it's like I said plenty of times before, it's fight. It's supposed to be fight. This reality was designed for fighting, from the gladiators to the barbarians to all the cities that used to fight in the past, to even what we do now and have wars here and there. It's just that we didn't understand that this is a simulated, constructed reality, and we haven't built it to the formation of what it should do inside, so each person can experience what desired agenda that they want from their experience inside of this constructed simulation game. That's basically what it is, and the game should be split with understanding behind it. And what they've done now is they're taking the world. They've taken the world, there's no doubt, and the fact is they will have the world, but the world will not always be theirs. And this is the thing, it's a duality thing. It will not work to the advantage, because there's always got a duality, They're evil as fuck. Of course, they're always going to get everything, because if you be evil, you would tend to get shit, because the laws of duality do this shit. People would think that an evil cunt would have fucking nothing. But apparently, inside physical reality, if you're attached to the materialism, then you get all that shit, but you're evil as fuck. Most people that are spiritual and found spirit have almost nothing. And they're happy with it, They still love their life, and they still realise why everything is the way it is. So, but yeah, I'll rant a bit more about the afterlife and the miracle and the exactly. See, what happened to me in life was a life-changing, game-changer, everything, mate, because the information that come to me was really from God, and there is a God. It's amazing, all of everything that we've ever thought about, but it's just not been the God that people are believing out of an ideology or anything like that. It's just that electromagnetic self-awareness energy, and that energy has all of everything of all the past and all the history and even all the future written down inside of it, if you can tap into it, So, peace, love, and respect, everyone. I really hope you're doing well out there. If anything happens to you in your country, please don't hesitate. Jump onto YouTube, type in something really quickly. I've got a few peeps all around the world ready to give a shout out if anything goes down. So, but remember, hey, this is all about the crown. At the end of the day, they wanted to fucking put the crown virus, right? So if they're giving you the crown virus, what are they doing? They're telling you to open up your crown, to connect to the source, to use your third eye, And that's the true understanding behind this message as well, is everyone should be opening up their crown, connecting back. And there's also a duality for them to speak to each other, to say, hey, that's the crown's weapon as well, I guess, as well. So, but anyways, people, I'll leave it at that, and I hope you're all well, and namaste, and yeah, keep safe out there, protect your loved ones, keep your immune systems up, vitamin C every day, And balance will always help you. Always balance every time. I'm pretty instant at it these days. All you got to do is really just think about it, or just click your fingers down your body, and you can train yourself to have it so instant that it can be done so quickly. You can even feel the energy fluctuations change from each of your chakras once you just move your hand down there. So, but it's to keep that bubble over your house, keep that bubble over your friend's house, put that bubble of protection where you're not allowing anything from anyone to enter it. And well, if the shit does go down, well, it was meant to be, and it's how the design of Source created our experience for it. You know, we may not have ever had an experience before where it ended like this, sadly. You know, that other people say in the past that they have, and perhaps we just never experienced it. So this is our frequency of having to do it now, and it's going to turn out whichever way we make it turn out, you know. So, but yeah, keep informed, keep alert, eyes on everywhere, I guess, right now, and watch those that are watching you. All right, peace.